Hello everybody, welcome to WhatCulture Gaming. Many things have changed, but I am still joined by Mr. Josh Brown. Hopefully he's beaming in lovely quality.
I hope so, man. This has been such a fast one to set up.
Oh my god, we've been on most of the morning trying to get a way to get the streams working, the quality of the video itself. It's a nightmare, but the content continues, and there's things to talk about. So why not? I'm going to open this up with Mr. Jason Schreier, our friend, our pal, the man with all of the contacts and things going on, and put a tweet out last night saying that, you know, it's not the most important thing in the world. And basically he was just addressing the general state of games and all the different delays and everything. And he said that games that are planned for this month and maybe April should be fine, but after that, all bets are off, which makes me think that even something like The Last of Us 2 could get pushed back.
It could do. It's something I never really thought about because obviously game development, that's like right down to the wire. Like games these days don't go gold, which is when it's printed on disc, until sometimes only weeks beforehand. So it was something I kind of took for granted that no games would get delayed because game developers can work from home, obviously, like we are right now. But at the same time, it's not just making the game. Like he said in the follow-up tweets, it's more about, you know, getting an ESRB rating or getting the discs manufactured and distributed and stuff like that. So it's like this massive knock-on effect that means that games, like you said, like The Last of Us 2, which is supposed to be coming in May, might end up getting delayed, which is mad because all I want to do right now, Scott, is play video games.
The thing is, how weird is it playing a game like The Last of Us 2, considering everything that's going on? I don't want something where sirens are blaring past me outside, and then that's the exact same thing that's happening in the game.
Well, that's it. I think with The Last of Us 2, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, obviously, but I don't know if that's the game I want right now. The game I want right now is Animal Crossing, so at least that's locked in for the end of this week.
There's not anything in that, so it's less harrowing. But yeah, because he mentioned that you know, at Impact Studios, a lot of different teams have been forced to work from home, like what we are, for the foreseeable future. But CDPR put out a statement saying that as far as they're concerned, Cyberpunk won't be delayed, everything should be fine. But there's like obviously a lot of conversation online about like if certain individuals are affected rather than, you know, it's still going to affect the team. So it's like, you know, if anyone on those teams kind of comes across the thing, then it's still going to push everything back. It just seems like a weird, everything's obviously locked until the end of April, and then after that it's like, who even knows?
Yeah, it's just that crazy thing of things being up in the air because I think the CD Projekt Red team, they're essentially all working from home, which obviously, you know, means games will continue to be developed. And that release date is not until September, I think. That's right. So hopefully, you know, things will be back to normal-ish by then and that game can come out. But yeah, I suppose it's the titles in the immediate few months that are the most at risk of getting pushed.
Do you at this stage is just like, we'll just see whatever the hell happens? Like there's like cinemas have shut down, there's movies being pushed back. Like I mean, a necessary thing.
All of this is happening, and yet Sony is going to come out tomorrow, I think, and do their PS5 deep dive. Like, there's no way, in my eyes, like that those consoles are coming out at the end of this year because of all of the wider manufacturing and distribution like efforts. So I do wonder whether the games that, you know, will get delayed over the next few months get pushed to the fall or something, and then the next gen consoles, they get pushed into perhaps early next year. So like we'll get the games, we'll get the consoles, just the spread and distribution of them will be different and strange.
Distribution is like a massive thing because I guess for me it's like they've got such a massive captive audience. Like there's all these things about like, oh, certain movies are getting put on VOD instead of waiting for a cinema release, and how much does that mean that, like, you know, you have all these people just primed and ready for hashtag content, and like if you could get those consoles to those people, you might have the biggest launch ever because you've got people who wouldn't even try this stuff before are ready and waiting for it.
Well, I think that's what Jason Schreier actually said in one of the tweets, where he said that Animal Crossing, which is coming out at the end of this week, is going to make, you know, millions of dollars in shiploads of copies, because that's what people are going to be wanting to play at the moment in time. But like, I don't know, man. It's like such a strange environment to be in.
Yeah, I think considering that, because it's like we've been waiting most of the year for stuff to kick back in again, and it's like eventually like Doom's coming out, the review for that it'll be live by the time I think people see this video, and like Animal Crossing's coming out, Resident Evil's getting a demo. It's like for me, I was thinking of like gaming's one of the only major industries that's not necessarily affected, but that's only because we haven't seen any immediate effects yet. I'm thinking in terms of like individuals and personnel, like that's like obviously they make up those teams and that's going to have a knock-on effect eventually, but you want to assume that because everything's digital, because there's a way to get it into our homes, that it shouldn't be that bad.
Well,
But,
that digital thing is really interesting because in another comment that Jason Schreier made, he said that you'd assume that people and indie devs might benefit because they're mostly digital anyway. But at the same time, he said that those games still need to go through certification by the console owners and stuff like that. So they still might have some kind of knock-on effect. But I do think we'll see quite obviously like an increase in digital sales. So I wonder how that has a knock-on effect when things do go back to normal or whatever. I wonder if people just realize that buying digital might be the way forward, and then tragically, you know, the game shops that are already in jeopardy might be in even more dire straits.
That's
when,
the thing,
you
like
know, things return.
Yeah, in regards to like streaming movies and stuff, it was just sort of like, as soon as this kicks in, this is like the potential future that everyone was talking about anyway, the all digital future, which in gaming everyone's been kind of moving towards anyway. But I don't know, have you found yourself being more drawn to like, I should just play as many games as possible right now?
Well, Scott Tailford, this event has been the thing that got me into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You gave me that game.
That's how you know it's a horrible.
I know. You gave me this game months ago, and I've only just gotten around to playing it. And it's the best comfort food because I could just go in that game, have a nice little exploration of Greece, and then, you know, chill out and kill some sword and sandal guys, and, you know, have a good Assassin's Creed time. It's my first one since Revelations that I played properly, so it's a nice little break. No, not Revelations. What was the last one?
You don't dip into Syndicate?
Rebooted.
Cheeky little bit of Syndicate.
I played Syndicate. That was the last one.
I was thinking, when you said Greece, I thought you were referring to like junk food, like it's very greasy game, it's very easy to sort of take down.
Well, that too. And it also just happens to be set in Greece, which is quite good.
I guess our advice right now would be enjoy your junk food games. There are so many out there, and we're just gonna figure this out as we go. Right now, we're all resigned to our homes for as long as it takes, which is pretty bad, really. But we'll figure it out. For now, though, you know, #content. Jason Schreier's not stopping, and there's plenty news covered. So Ivan Scott from WhatCulture.com,
and I've been Josh from WhatCulture.com.
I'll catch you next time.
This is very strange. Bye.
I know.